Hi, welcome to Brush Tips with Cheri. Today we have a lucky treat for you. We have this super cute, what the heck are they called?
Clover patch.
Clover patches. Oh my gosh, how did that even happen? So we have this super cute clover patch right here. Obviously with March and the theme of St. Patrick's Day, I almost said Thanksgiving. Where is my brain? I haven't eaten today. That's what it is. I figured why not go with something super festive for not only spring, but for St. Patrick's Day. So our paint palette is super easy today. We have the phthalo green, we have yellow, and we have white. Pretty easy, huh? We also have a couple different brushes here, and I have four of them because I like the different sizes. So we have the Big Daddy brush. That's going to cover our whole background here. We're going to fill this whole guy in. Then we have this guy right here, and this guy is going to help us do some of the grass. Then we have this medium guy. Well, he's a little small, but then this guy is really small. This guy is going to be to do some of the clovers and some of the little white flowers in the clovers. And then this one is the one to do the outlines and to just kind of play around with to add some detail. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dry off that Big Daddy brush. And we're going to start with yellow. We're going to start with that yellow background, okay? And we're just going to pull down right here and just start pulling down. I did have another painting that I was kind of throwing in, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for it, and it was all black, and it had a bunch of 4-leaf clovers on it. Then I thought, I kind of want something a little bit more springy, so I went with this instead. Super easy and fun. More of a landscape kind of thing. Ooh, look I just dunked that right in the green. I am so grateful that all of you understand when I make mistakes, that it's okay. We all make mistakes, right? Some more than others, on days where they don't eat breakfast or lunch, and their brain is fogged. It's like misfiring. Like, doo-doo-doo. I did have a coffee, though. I should have. Nick made me a cheesecake the other night, a banana cheesecake, and I should have just eaten some of that for breakfast. That would have been better than nothing, right? All right, so I've got this yellow on. Don't forget about your tops. And your sides. Let's do your sides over here. Whoop. And sometimes sound effects when you're painting is fun. I do them, but then also Erin in our studio, she does them too. And it was funny, she was painting some lightsabers the other day, making all kinds of fun noises with the little kiddos. It was great. They all turned out amazing. Okay, so we've got this yellow on. Super fun, super pretty, super bright. I'm gonna steal some of this white here, and I'm just gonna come down into the yellow with a little bit of white. This is gonna add some fun streaks in there. And here we go. Perfect. I love it. I love the streakiness. It kind of looks like sunshine coming down. You could even pull it this way if you want to make it look like it's kind of coming in and shining some light on your clover patch. What would I do without Joanna? I wouldn't even have remembered what the name of the painting is. Oh my goodness. I need to find someone who could just make me breakfast every day, I guess. Or at least a protein shake. Get my brain functioning. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I love it. I'm gonna leave it. rinse that brush off. When you're switching over into the green from the yellow, it's okay if you don't rinse all of the yellow off your brush. What we can actually do is we can take some of the green, throw some of the yellow in it, and it's just going to give you a more like definition in the colors. Just don't overmix. See that? And then I just go straight up and lift. Straight up lift. And this is a little bit bigger canvas than that one, and that's okay. I want to bring some over here too. And I just keep playing with this. Pull some yellow, pull some green, play around with the different colors. You see the fun color changing. Let's lay it to its side. It might be easier for some of you to go like this to it. Plus, it also helps us get the bottom too, okay? Whoop. Make sure if you go like this and you get your painting like that, make sure you come back through and just feather that back out. Oh my goodness, my belly just growled. I hope you guys didn't hear that. That was so loud. Oh my gosh. Apparently, I'm starving. Just keep feathering it this way. Super fun. Super neat to do this because not every blade of grass comes out the same way. Just make sure that you pull it from the bottom down here, because if you have a piece like right here, your grass isn't floating. We don't want floating grass. Make sure that you keep that in mind when you're throwing this on, okay? Okay. Here we go. Now I got the whole bottom covered. Perfect. Boom. Love it. L-O-L-O-L-O-V-E. I'm just going to throw some fun little grasses in here. Whoop, we almost had floating grass. That would not have been good. The exact same thing I said not to do, make it floating, and I did. Whoops. So, I wonder how many people have ever found a 4-leaf clover. I don't think I ever have found a 4-leaf clover, ever. Like, I know you can go and buy them and stuff, but not the same. Okay, I'm gonna grab this medium brush. Remember we talked about using this guy to kind of add a little texture and stuff. Fun little, now I hold my brush like this, like flatter side. I don't hold it like this. I don't know if anyone can see that. You can even pull some bigger ones like that and make it look like there's some leaves here, okay? Just makes it a little bit funner. So I did that one literally at an hour ago. I just painted that one an hour ago. I painted a different one for today and I did not love it. So away it went. I just felt like it wasn't good enough for you guys. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go with that and then I'll just add some fun stuff as I go. I told you my brain is on fog today. I need to eat more in the morning. Usually I do. Today's just a whim. All right, so I'm gonna just throw some of these like really quick, darker ones down here. Give us a little bit more of definition. Make it look like we've got some great depth going on here in the grass. Maybe some looks far away, some looks a little closer. Really lightly feathering this on here, just barely touching it. I am loving it. Ooh, I should paint like a little pussy willow over here. So I learned yesterday a little, what do they call those? Like a wives' tale, or like a fable or whatever. How they got their names was there was this mama kitten and her baby kittens, and all of her baby kittens fell into this little lake. She couldn't get them out, so she took this stick, she stuck it in the water. Useless information right now. And all the little kittens grabbed hold of the stick, and then she was able to pull them all out and save them. So that's where the name of Pussy Willow came from, was the mama kitty was not being a responsible cat and lost her babies. They were chasing butterflies. And yes, I read that whole story. Why? I don't know. But hey, you know what? It's worth it, right? All right, how's this looking? Remember to take a step back. If you're feeling like you just don't know, take a step back. It's okay to walk away for a minute. I'm gonna let mine dry. I'm digging this little guy over here. We'll let this guy dry before I add some more. More things on, okay? So let's let it dry. We're gonna grab this. You at home do not have to do this. You at home can go get a snack, include me, get a cup of coffee, maybe let the dog out. I don't know, whatever you feel like doing, but let it dry. You can just sing a song with me. Sing a Let It Dry song. Oh man, this looks super cool. I love it. I love when I'm able to then stand back and just take a minute and take my time on a painting. When I rush, it's not as detailed, but I needed to throw something together because I hated the one that I had at the shop that I painted, so I am grateful. You hear how loose this canvas is? So if you can see it, how loose it is, I don't know if you can actually see it. Anyway, if you ever have a loose canvas like this, a little trick is you can either wet the whole thing from the back and then let it air dry overnight and it'll tighten up the canvas, or spray it with a water bottle and that'll help tighten up the canvas too. My cousin or my niece came out over the weekend and she was just spraying it with a water bottle, and I've done that before, but I just have never really paid attention to how fast it dries. I've always rinsed it because I always feel like when it's this loose, it's not gonna work, but I guess it does with the spray bottle. So definitely invest in a cute little spray bottle, you know, from any of the local stores around here. Dry, dry, dry. Let it dry. Let it dry. So I was looking up inspirational pictures of clover patches, and they did have little white flowers, so that's where the white flowers come into play, is that when there is a little clover, they do have white flowers. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is so cute. How fun is that the clovers start to come out in March, and that's when all the little baby bunnies come out. So talking a lot about animals today. Apparently I must be in an animal loving mood. That's nice of me. Okay, this smaller brush, not the smallest, but the smaller brush. Then let's just grab some straight green. Okay. Now you can make it a 4-leaf clover or 3-leaf clover, totally up to you. I'll start up here so we can see. Almost like a teardrop or a flower petal. And then I just really lightly like to pull down a little stem. Okay. Fun, very, very fun. Let's do one here. And pull down a little clover stem there, okay? Move on to the next one. Let's do one up here. Now you get to pick wherever you want to put them, and however many you want to put there. You know, if you feel like you want to put 20, put 20 of them. If you feel like you want to make them real big and only put a couple, only put a couple. Totally up to you. This is your amazing masterpiece. You're the one creating it. And I want you to make it the way that you love. Here, let's put another little guy right here. Boop-doo-doo. Another little guy. Fun, fun. Love it. Okay, so I know for a fact that I'm Irish because I had that ancestry test done, and I love it. I'm English and German, I think, and then the other one was, then after that was the Irish, Scottish part, and then I don't even remember what it was, Norway, Sweden, and believe it or not, it said 6% Spanish. So I definitely am like a little melting pot of a bunch of different places. So that was fun to do. If anyone ever has the chance to do that ancestry, it's super fun. Okay, let's add some white flowers. Let's make this pop. Let's pop our painting. So rinse off this brush real good. Rinse, 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 rinse. Okay. It also did say I was less than 1% Asian too, and I was like, really? Less than 1%? Wouldn't that be none? Okay. Flower. All I do is 4 quick swipes. I still have a little bit of green in my brush, but that's okay. It's okay if it happens. Perfect. You can even do 5 if you want. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want this to kind of stand out, so I'm making sure that I'm putting a good thick layer of paint on there. Ooh, I'm going to pop one in right here. 1, 2. Oh, I already have one right there, but that's okay. Let's throw one right here. Doo, doo, doo. If you want, you can take a little bit of that green and just real lightly hit the side. We can do that in a minute with our smaller brush too. See how it kind of just makes it look, again, more defined. So fun. Now, if you have a special way that you love to make flowers, please do that. Please, please, please do that. And let's throw some down here like they're just growing. These little tiny babies down here. Those are the ones that the little bunnies like to eat. Throw a fun one right there. Let's throw one right here. Flower power. Flower power. This painting is super cute. I'm digging it. I'm going to rinse off this brush. I'm going to see, where else should I add a couple more clovers? Let's add, because this is a clover patch, not a flower patch. But they do have flowers there. There we go. There's a fun guy. I get it, a fun guy like a mushroom. That's why I should have just painted one of them. I know. Me and my cheesy, corny jokes. But they're fun and they make you laugh. And that's what this is all about. Love it. I'm glad I chose to switch the canvas size. This big one, I feel like they look so much better on these big ones. Oh my goodness, this weekend, some of my paintings I actually donated to Feed Medina County fundraiser event this weekend. So if anyone's going to that, make sure you check out some of those pieces and bid on them. Of course, they weren't things like this. They were a little bit more in-depth, powerful ones, right? Not that these aren't powerful. I mean, I could sit here and get lost in a painting forever. One was from the show a couple weeks ago with the big flower pot over here. That one was fun. All right, perfect. So I'm just adding another layer of like depth to some of these. So if you can see it, not sure if you can, just because the paint is shiny. And I like to just add a little shape to them, little depth, little fun. Oop, I have a little white in there, but that's okay. We're gonna leave that in there. Perfect. Love it. Whoop. Perfect. Let's bring this one down. We had a little floater, unless I had it over there, I don't know. But now we don't have a little floater going on. So I did bring that little brush to kind of help put in a little bit of detail work. So we'll just play around with that. In a minute, we'll let some of these dry. Perfect. Love it. Let's let it dry. Let it dry. I wonder if I should add, no, I think that's a perfect amount of white flowers. And again, if you want 100 white flowers, fill it with 100 white flowers, then build up some of the shamrocks, and that would also make the white flowers and shamrocks kind of pop. So if you want a lot of white flowers, put them on, let them dry, and then start putting some shamrocks over it. That would be super awesome too. Come on, dry. Here. Whoa. I'm loving it. It is definitely shamrocky. Oh, let me grab that. I think I want to add a couple more. I don't know. I wish that there was like communication vision so you guys could say to me like, yes, add one here or add one there, because you guys are all far away. I'm up close. Maybe we should add another one up there. I feel like we're a little naked over here. There we go. That guy's cute right there. And just give him something to connect to. Let it dry a little bit. We can add another layer on later. Good. I know where one more white flower needs to go to, so I'm going to rinse that brush off really good again. I feel like we need just one white flower here. And it has a little green in the brush, and that's okay. We need another one over here. Tell me to stop touching it. I know you're all at home going, stop touching it. Okay, little brush, little baby brush here. I want you to flip it over. I want you to dip the butt of the brush into the green paint, and then just put a little tiny green dot in between each one of these cute little flowers. And look at that. Look at how fast this painting comes alive just by adding that little tiny detail there. It's almost like the finishing touches to our masterpiece. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to wipe this bottom part off here. Did I miss any? No. So a couple of my flowers I can see through, and that's okay. If you want, just add another layer of white on there. Use this quick little brush here. Tiny little little brush. And then, you know what I love is when we all own our painting. So once you're done, once you step back and you look at your painting and you think, this right here, this is my masterpiece, I want you to take that little tiny brush, I want you to dip it into your white, and I want you to just come down here and just real tiny, go ahead and initial and own your painting. And voila, now we have a clover field. Thanks for watching and enjoy your March St. Patrick's Day.